Welcome to the Gals Guide to the Galaxy podcast, where a group of gals gather for you one cool thing around our topic of the month. Is it ancient history? Is it breaking news? Is it safe for work? Well, that's up to each gal. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
And welcome back. I'm Jenn, and I'm joined by Bonnie and Leah and Alyssa talking about our one cool Disney gal. Bonnie has already talked about Adriana Casoletti.
Yes.
But before we dive back in, let's get to know a random thing about our gals. My question is, my gal did a lot in the theme parks as an Imagineer. So, have any of you gone to any of the theme parks?
Oh, yes.
Yes. I went before kindergarten, so I don't really remember it.
That's hard because you're like, I went, but you don't remember, right?
I mean, sort of. I was sick the whole time.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, that's even worse.
And I was also afraid of people in costumes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
A lot
normal.
of kids
Before
are.
kindergarten? Yeah.
Oh, still am.
Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. That's legit. That's legit.
Okay. Freaks you out. Got it.
I dig it.
I wanted
Yes.
a little bit more elaboration, like
Right, okay.
Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Euro Disney, which is not Euro Disney anymore.
I've
but-
done all of them except for California Adventure. So I've done
Okay.
Disneyland, but
Okay.
I didn't go to California Adventure. And then Disney World, I've done all of the parks. I have not yet seen the Star Wars part of Hollywood yet.
Right.
So that one's new to me. But yes. Dun, 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 dun.
I've just done Disney World, the one in Orlando, and I'm trying to remember. Like, I've done the main park and Epcot, and I think last time
Animal
I was down
Kingdom?
there, you did the Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
I don't think any of the other ones were done.
Hollywood Studios?
Studios, yeah, should have been
Probably.
That one
The
was
Tower
open.
of Terror thingy?
Yes, yeah, that's Hollywood
Minute
Studios.
Maid.
Yep.
I feel like it was called something else.
done. Yeah, it was MGM Studios.
Yeah.
MGM
Okay.
Disney MGM Studios
Yeah.
first.
And then when MGM kind of went,
Yeah, the
Hollywood
contract
Studios.
kind of fell through.
when there wasn't really a company any longer. Exactly. Do you have like a favorite, like if you could go tomorrow of one of the parks, where would it be?
I probably would want to go to the one in California,
Gotcha.
Disneyland.
To see the Evil Queen.
Obviously.
Well, and Florida's just hot and humid and
Accurate.
And Florida.
And
So
Florida.
I'd rather go to California.
Last time we were at Disney World, there was a hurricane. Michael.
Oh Lord, you didn't get the little hurricane,
No.
did ya?
We got the big one, and we drove.
Oh,
So the drive back
so
was
you're done.
interesting. But you've done the cruise.
Yes, I've been on a Disney cruise,
Yeah.
but we just stayed in the Caribbean. We did the Eastern Caribbean cruise,
Sweet.
and we didn't include the parks just because.
Gotcha.
We've been to the parks.
Oh,
so
yeah. I
many
was going to say,
times.
but you've been to the parks, before. Yeah, yeah.
Went to Disneyland and California Adventure during the 50th anniversary, and then during the 60th anniversary.
Oh.
And then I've been to Walt Disney World so many times I can't count because I lived in Florida for 2 years. And
There
so
you go,
I was
yes.
there on a monthly basis.
Nice. You get that Florida resident pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
It's the only perk of living in Florida,
Don't
is
let
what
me
I
tell
hear.
you. Yes. It's like so much cheaper when you're a Florida resident. And there's a payment plan. I have no idea
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
why they don't allow that for anybody but a
It's
Florida.
called a credit card for everybody else.
Yeah.
Sincerely, it's amazing. But I do have plans. I hopefully will get to Disneyland Paris next spring.
Ooh, that's right. Because there's the
That's-
Paris and Tokyo and Hong Kong.
Hong Kong and Shanghai.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
And I really want to go to the one in Tokyo just because of the sea, the
Yeah.
Disney Sea. I've heard so many amazing things about that
cool.
land, and
I almost
I
really
just
want to
wanna
go to
see
studio.
it.
I want to go to Studio Ghibli. So I'm like going, if it's an either or,
right,
that's going to be a tough call.
I get it. I get it.
So, well, who do you have for us then?
I have a woman named Harriet Burns.
Ooh, yes.
She was born Harriet Tapp, 1928, I believe.
Gotcha.
She was born in San Antonio, Texas, and actually grew up in Seguin, Texas, which is just east of San Antonio.
Okay.
So it's not too far out.
Just a little bit of a smaller town within there.
So one thing I found really interesting is that she grew up during the Depression era. She started school during the Depression era, and so she was one of 3 girls who, they didn't have a lot of money. They're lucky they're still going to school, actually. And so as a preschooler, she made her own toys.
Oh, cute.
And, so her and her sisters made things to play with because they didn't have money to buy that type of thing. So living through that era really helped with her creativity.
Oh, yeah.
And her artistic ability and what she wanted to do with it. So after high school, she seemed to be somewhat...
resourceful.
Yeah. Her dad said, I'll pay for college.
Ooh, nice.
But you're going to major in home economics.
All
because
right.
that's what they did in the 40s.
Gotcha.
She said, okay. And she did.
Right.
For a little bit.
There you go. Started there.
So she changed her major, and I guess her dad wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
Nice.
But she spent she finished out, and actually after she was done with her Bachelor's of Arts.
Oh, very nice.
She went to New Mexico and studied specific design for a year while she was there, and that's where she met Bill.
Oh.
And they were college sweethearts.
Gotcha.
And they married in 1951.
Oh.
And had a daughter, Pam, in 1952.
So his name was Bill Burns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I knew it. I knew
Just had to put it
I
together.
just knew it.
I'm a detective. For funny names.
So in 1953, when they had an infant child, they decided to move to Hollywood.
Yes.
Because Bill wanted to be an actor.
Oh.
Well, with a name like Bill Burns.
Right. Exactly.
So they went on. They picked everything up and they just went to L.A. And he didn't do so good.
Oh.
And so while they were struggling to pay bills, she went out and she decided to look for work.
Gotcha.
She had a previous experience doing the displays and the windows at Neiman Marcus when she was in Texas. Mm-hmm. And so she used that experience to get a job at Dice Display Industries Cooperative Exchange.
That sounds so fancy and sexy.
Lot, yeah. And what she did with that is it sounded like that she was contracted out because she did design props and sets for television shows.
Oh,
including the Colgate Comedy Hour.
Okay, that sounds like a much cooler job than the name leads on.
Yeah. And she did interior
Nice.
sets for show floors in Vegas.
Oh, that was a huge thing back then.
Including the dunes. And so she could have done a lot with, Rat Pack and stuff.
Absolutely. I like it.
So there was also a theme park out there already in Lake Arrowhead, California called Santa's Village that she worked at. Unfortunately, during the mid-50s, the attraction closed.
It's also in the desert, right?
No.
Santa's Village?
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, Lake Arrowhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, there's snow on the ground. Because I'm like going, that doesn't make sense. I can see why it closed down. Oh, it's up in the mountains. There's snow. Okay.
Yeah. So, after it closed, she had a friend be like, hey, I used to work for Disney. They're hiring for Disney right now. You should really put in for it. Because she was an extremely hard worker.
Yeah.
She was focused and she was meticulous and creative and
She had
respected.
credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She already had the experience. She had people behind her. Mm-hmm. And it's probably why Walt actually hired her. Because at that point, he said no women.
Oh,
He wasn't interested.
He was on his no women.
Yeah, he
was on his He-Man man-hating.
The 8 old men club.
Sweet.
So, but she went in. She put in her application. She got the job.
Sweet.
But she used to joke that they must have thought her name was Harry
Instead of Harriet.
and that's why they gave her the interview.
Okay,
but they did.
But Harry Burns. Just saying. And we're back. Yes.
Okay.
I can't take anything seriously. Ever.
I'm just wondering
I
what
will.
his middle name was.
Oh!
Like, do you think it was another B word?
I think so.
I'm taking a drink now.
This is a warning of please don't make her spit take.
Bill Bartholomew Burns.
Oh, Bartholomew
That
Burns.
sounds
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
That's what I'm
Legit.
going with.
I like it. We're terrible.
Okay. So her first position, she painted sets and props for the Mickey Mouse Club.
The Mickey Mouse Club, MIC.
KUI-MOUSC.
There it is.
And she actually did design the clubhouse. Like, that's her work. And she was really proud that that was a staple and a big part of the show.
That's fantastic.
And she shared her workstation with, I'm going to say his name wrong, with Fred Yerger.
Sure. Is it URGR?
No, it's JOERGER.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
So, Yerger.
Yep, that's
what
what
I'm
it is.
gonna say.
Yeah, let's go with it. If he's listening.
Right. Sorry, Fred. And like I said, she had the meticulousness, she had the creativity, and she had the backing of her coworkers.
Yeah.
And so Fred was like, Walt's working on something, and it's going to be big. And we need everyone to work on models. So let me take you over to the model shop. He I believe, already had the position in the model shop when he asked her to come over with them, him and Waffle Rogers. He just wanted, I believe it was about a 10th size
the scale?
workings, scale of all the rides, just everything.
Oh.
And so they needed workers. They needed people. And she worked in the model shop. It was originally WED, which Walt Earl Disney.
Ah, gotcha.
Which then turned into what is now called the Disney Imagineers.
Oh, look at that.
She did retire in 1986, and she kept with the creativity and the art scene of Burbank, but she really separated herself kind of from Disney. When they asked her to show up, she would.
Gotcha.
Because she had a family.
Right,
and
right.
She had her daughter, and she had her grandkids, and she had her godchild, and she was really close to her family, and so she spent a lot of time once that she could retire. And also, Bill passed away the same year, and so
Gotcha.
I think with all the work and all the time that she put in with the Disney company, she really did separate the company from the family, and they talked about that.
Yeah.
But she would still tell stories.
Oh, nice.
She would tell stories about how she was the first woman, and she is deemed the first female Imagineer that Walt hired.
Ah, sweet.
She helped design and prototype and build theme park attractions in Disneyland and Walt Disney World and the New York's World's Fair in 64 and 65.
Oh, very cool.
And it's great. She worked shoulder to shoulder with the men. She was painting. She was sanding. She worked with the welding saws. She worked with the lathes. She did this all in dress.
Nice.
In a dress, full dress.
Probably
high
heels. Yeah.
1950s attire.
Yeah.
And she was actually always considered, even by Walt, the best dressed in the company.
Ah,
And
see.
she just said it was the thing. Everything was color coordinated as well. The shoes, the dress, the gloves.
Of course.
Everything. And they asked her, why?
Yeah.
Because that's what we did back then.
Right.
That's
exactly.
what girls did.
It was expected. It was, look
and
for,
she had no problem with it. And she's still, I'm just imagining her with a welding tool and a
Right.
dress
Exactly.
and the hood. And I'm like, girl, okay.
Whatever keeps them focused on the work.
And all the men were amazed that she kept doing it. Like
Yeah.
The only thing that she said she did was she did carry around a pair of pants in a small bag just in
Gotcha.
case she had to climb up because
there
she
you go.
worked on the attractions while they were being built.
Right,
and so
right.
she was, when you're going through the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
And there's that one pirate that's on top of the bridge, the drunk
Oh,
pirate.
yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she worked on him.
Oh.
Put in his hair and dressed him up, and
Gotcha.
she's all the way up there. And if there's any guys underneath, they're not
Right.
getting.
They don't get a show.
Nope.
I brought the pants.
She helped create Sleeping Beauty,
Ah.
Sleeping Beauty's castle,
Okay.
New Orleans Square, which is absolutely gorgeous at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and there's this one little spot that's in the middle of it. If you can find it, I think it's behind Pirates.
Okay.
It's just this little sitting spot. You want to get away from the people and away from the
Aw.
crowds. I'm
See?
sure she had a part in that.
That was her little nook, maybe.
I know. It's lovely. And the Haunted Mansion.
Yes!
Which, amazingly enough,
Yeah.
one day her granddaughter was going through all her things after she passed away. And there was a strange picture in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just her head
Right.
and this black kind of...
Cape or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was completely covered. The only thing you could see is half of her neck.
Yeah.
And her head. And she asked one of the Imagineers, what's going on here?
Right.
She said, well, they filmed her for the crystal ball.
Right. Oh, she's that lady.
They filmed her for all of that. And,
Oh.
But unfortunately, her features were too small for the mannequin, to project it onto the head. So they let her assistant Leota do it.
Oh.
Madame Leota, in case you guys didn't know.
Oh, Leota. Gotcha.
That's how that hair. So it could have been Madame Harriet.
Oh, I see.
But it's not.
Oh, it just didn't work out. There was a recasting situation.
Yeah. Yep. But I wouldn't mind that. Your features are just too small. So, okay, that's fine.
At least something on me is too small. That's what I would say.
And of course, Pirates, which was Walt's last attraction that he worked on before he passed away. And she modeled one of the pirates, the one that's sitting on the bridge, after her family milkman.
Oh, nice. Back when there was family milkmen.
Yeah, family milkmans. If you guys don't know, Google it.
Right. Fun.
The Storybook Land is a really lovely ride in Disneyland, and it's all of the small villages from. So it's the Snow White and the dwarfs area, and then they put added attractions in there from the other films, and she helped build and paint those.
Oh, cute.
See. Pinocchio's little hut is in there.
Cute.
And, this is what impresses me the most, and it's my favorite attraction.
Yeah.
She designed all of the singing birds in the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Oh my gosh, I love the Enchanted Tiki Room.
It was one of the first audio animatronics attraction at Disney.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Oh,
And
too cute.
There was one phone call that I made trying to do reservations into one of the parks, and it was a tiki room.
Exactly. We
Where
do,
the
every
birds
time
all
it
sing and
rains,
the flowers bloom in the
we would run to that one.
tiki room. Right.
That's the perfect place to be when it's
It
raining.
So apparently,
Yeah.
I liked that when I was a kid.
Oh no.
And then when I was like a teenager or something, like I had never thought about it. Mom was talking about it. I was under the impression as a kid that those birds were like
Imprisoned?
no, that they were you know how like parrots can talk.
Yes.
I thought they were like
Yes.
trained
Trained
birds.
birds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I had never thought about it. And then I'm like a teenager and I'm like, what?
Did you also think that about the Hall of Presidents?
I didn't think about C-3PO and R2-D2, like people actually being in the robot.
Oh, right. Okay.
I had never even thought about it.
That they were full
I
robots.
just assumed
right?
that they were like, not like full robots,
Okay.
but like robots made for the movie.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like they could
All right.
like do a whole.
You were halfway there. Right. Amazing.
So my perception apparently is
Right. No,
it's okay. It's you were
yeah.
It happens.
That is perfectly logical.
I dig it.
She worked on doing the finishing stage at the design for the New York World's Fair attraction with Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln,
Oh,
which right now is in Disneyland as an attraction. However, I believe that attraction at the World's Fair was completely demolished.
Oh, okay.
And the
So
only
it's a
thing that was
reimagining?
remaining... Yeah.
Okay.
It could be a reimagining of her designs, and it could be a reassembling of what she designed. But it was strange because the original animatronic of Mr. Lincoln was just packed away and sent to archives.
Imagine accidentally finding that.
Yeah,
I just
Hey,
found a
what's
dead Lincoln.
I guess we didn't lose it because they thought it was just all lost after since it was demolished.
Interesting.
And then also the Carousel of Progress
Oh,
was also
yay!
at the World's Fair.
Look at
And
that.
it went to Disneyland, but then it was moved from Disneyland and it's now at the Magic Kingdom.
Right. Yep.
And so she worked on scenery and sets and design for that.
Very cool.
And what I just loved is that on occasion when Mr. Disney was introducing a new attraction to the lands, he would have his Imagineers and she would be in there showing the designs and showing the painting. And I was watching some of them the other day and I was like, oh, there's her.
there she is.
There she is. That's her.
Is she the only lady in the room?
No, she's not.
Oh, that's good. Look at that.
Yeah. So she,
Progress.
Yeah, I know, right? One other woman.
2. Woohoo!
She retired in 1986.
Yes.
And like I said, she didn't really wasn't invested in the Disney spotlight, but she did come whenever she was asked. You know, it was still an amicable relationship, and she had fun, especially when it came to doing anything with seemed to be the Haunted Mansion and pirates was her favorite things to be associated with.
Nice.
And in 2000, she was inducted as a Disney legend.
Sweet.
Her handprints are displayed at the Legends Plaza at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank.
Cool.
And it's amazing the amount of information that they had with her through D23, which...
Thank you, D23. Yes.
which, if anyone doesn't know, the D stands for Disney. And the 23 stands for 1923 when he came to California.
Gotcha. The start of the history.
She did pass away in 2008. Unfortunately, it was from complications from heart surgery.
Oh, no.
So there are pictures of her with her grandkids during 2008, and she's gorgeous.
See?
Like, her hair is perfect. Her makeup is awesome.
Right.
Her family is just cheesing around her. I mean, it's obvious that they were this very close family.
Yeah.
And the girls talk about her 2 grandkids, especially Chelsea, who actually helped out her mother write a book, The First Lady of Imagineering, Harriet Burns.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that
cool.
is a limited edition book. And the last time I found it, it was on Amazon for $700.
Oh, yes, exactly. Hopefully they will do another reprinting or we'll find it at a thrift store.
So if anybody would want to
Right.
gift it to Gal's Guide, that would be very much appreciated.
Exactly, yes.
But the fun part, posthumously in 2011, they did an expansion on the queue at Haunted Mansion. And in doing so, they put a number of tombstones that were honoring the Imagineers.
That are punny as hell.
Yes, very much. They all are, in case you didn't know.
Yes.
And Harriet's reads, First Lady of the Opera, R. Haunting Harriet. Search for a tune, but never could carry it. And Chelsea said that her grandmother would probably be very amused by that.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show that the Imagineers that were still around at that time that did know her still. I think there was one that really helped out her daughter write the book.
Gotcha.
Her biography. Just
They had-
adored her.
Yeah, she was well loved.
She was. And it wasn't just from the inside either. Anybody who's a huge Disney fan knows Harriet Burns.
Sweet. Oh, I love it. Yes.
And I love that there's a picture of her out there feathering one of the parrots, one of the
from the tiki
one
room?
of the parrots from the tiki room.
Oh, if I can find it, I'll put it in the show notes.
Definitely do it.
Love it.
That wraps it up for us this week, and join us next week as our next gal pal shares her one cool Disney gal as the Gal's Guide podcast continues. Thank you for listening.
Yay! For show notes, links, and images from this week's show, visit galsguide.org. Want exclusive stuff like deleted bits and major bloopers? Become a Gals Guide patron today. Thanks for listening.